Hello, everybody, and welcome back. If you're returning, of course, but if you're new, welcome to the SGO Press Pass. My name is Curtis Russell, and I am a senior editor here at Sports Gamers Online, and I'm joined by Brandon, who is our MLB expert and also staff writer here at Sports Gamers Online. How you doing, man?
Doing great, man. Happy to be here.
Yeah, man. I really do appreciate you coming on with such short notice because Mike, I don't know what happened. Wherever he is in the world and in the country, weather just said, you know what? You're not going to have any Wi-Fi, so you can't do the show. So it is what it is. So I really appreciate just this such short notice, man. I really do.
Mhm.
Yeah, just hopping on real quick. So SGO Press Pass. We've been gone for a second. That's kind of because of me, because you know what? I am moving here soon. I know it doesn't look like it, but like literally once I'm done with this show, I'm going to pack up everything. I also just bought this sound bar, but I'm gonna pack that up and I'm moving to another place, and you guys will see me in a whole different setting, things like that. But anyway, we're here to talk about video games, of course. Brandon, what have you been playing over the last couple of weeks?
It's basically just been two things. It's been Madden and it's been MLB The Show. That has been all of my time right now, because Madden, I finally get a Madden that I like after like 2 or 3 years of not enjoying the gameplay, not enjoying franchise, not enjoying any of it. So I finally have a Madden I like, and I was just out on MLB The Show because the content they were putting out was kind of lame. And then they start putting out all this great content in Diamond Dynasty that's so much fun, and I love it, and it's so awesome, and and it's taking up all of my time, and I can't decide which one to go back and forth between.
That sounds like, so did they do all this because of the playoffs that are going on? Is that why all these new additions are coming to MLB? Or
no, so what happened was throughout like the first half of the year, like all of their programs that came out were the same. And they were kind of boring. There wasn't any variety to them. Now they've heard that feedback, and they're finally adding some different variety, different ways to complete programs and stuff like that, and cards that actually people want to actually grind and get.
That's so awesome that it's just it's simple things. Developers listen to feedback, and then they fix the game, and it's better down the line. There's a lot of games that are out right now, Diablo, that are just, they haven't done it, lost a lot of the player count. And of course, that's not necessarily going to happen with MLB. That game has so much, it has a lot of variety. And I feel like Blizzard fans are just more mad all the time than MLB The Show fans. But
they get they get riled up on Twitter. I'll say that.
Really? I haven't seen that yet. I haven't seen well, I'm not in the necessarily in the community like that. I just play my road to the show, and I'm not good at it. And I just kind of go along with that. But yeah, that's great. Is there any like specific feature that they've added recently that you're like, this, if they continue to do this is going to continue to be a great mode?
So they basically, the first half of the year, it was the only way to complete these programs and get all these free cards was only through offline grinding, playing against the CPU, which I love. I'm a single player. I play the CPU. I run it up like 30-0 on a created stadium, and I love it. That's fun for me. But that's not how it is for everyone. People like playing, the online modes and stuff. And they finally have started adding in where you get even more progress and complete these faster by playing online.
That's what's up. That does sound great. That does sound great. How you guys doing? I know you guys are coming in saying what's up. What's up, Dominic? He's definitely a regular here. Justin Stevens, where the hell have you been, man? Dude, where have you been? We haven't heard anything about no AEW slander. It's because you bought the game. It's because you finally bought the game and you love it. That's why. And now you're complaining about Forza. That doesn't make any sense. We'll definitely talk about Forza. I played a little bit of it. What did you? Okay. Oh. Was gonna download Forza, but yeah, 140. Man, you are downloading every beautiful speck of dust and beautiful piece of rock and dirt.
Gorgeous
in that game. It's beautiful, beautiful game. One of the best racing games. Oh, not best in terms of everything, but just the best looking. What the hell have I been playing? You said we're gonna talk about you playing Madden. I've still been playing Cyberpunk. I've been kind of indulging in the update that they've done. I think the game is great now. Well, I think it's really good. It just doesn't push the open world RPG genre forward. It doesn't do anything like what Elder Scrolls did and things like that.
Yeah.
But I like the update, the 2.0 update, which was free. And then I haven't tried the DLC just yet because I've been getting my character right because I completely restarted. But the game is completely playable on a newer console. I wouldn't get it for a PlayStation 4.
Mhm.
What else have I been playing? Of course, EAFC 24. I've been playing pro clubs. Of course, it's still FIFA. It is what it is.
Yeah.
You've been playing, so you recently did a review. I'm gonna throw this curveball at you. You recently did a review called
Mhm.
5. Is it developed by Milestone? Is that right?
Yes. So it's developed Milestone. It's an Italian studio, and they have been making racing games since before I was alive.
Oh wow. You did say that in your review. Was it like 1992 or something like that? They
Yeah, it was
started
like the
making
mid
games.
'90s. They've been
Mid
making
90s,
games,
gotcha.
and then like they made like EA Sports Motocross for the PS1. So like
Yeah.
that's how long they've been doing this.
Yeah, and this is your first time reviewing something like that, right?
Yeah, so I am not a huge racing game guy. The only racing games I've really played like hardcore were a couple of NASCAR games because I'm a NASCAR guy. But like motorcycle racing, it was completely new for me. But after like the first couple hours, kind of started to get the hang of it, kind of got the
Mm-hmm.
feel for it a little bit, and then started tinkering with like the dynamic weather system, the lighting. Gorgeous game,
Mm-hmm.
just absolutely amazing. Like photo realistic finish was the title of my review. That's how good it looked.
Yeah, it did look really, really good. It's funny you did that because I had to do a review similar to that game. I did Monster Energy Supercross 5 at the time, and of course, Mike recently did number 6. But those games do have something to offer to a certain kind of fan base because
Mhm.
like you were saying in your review, turning is not easy. You're not just
No.
holding R2 the whole time and you're just flying through it and you win. Like that's not what happens. These games are very technical.
Mhm.
And in your Ride 5 review, I kind of read that and I said that's actually really cool. That's something I mean, as long as the price point drops down a little bit, I could probably jump into that and probably get a little bit of a kick out of it because
Mhm.
um features like that are great.
Yeah, I got the feeling while I was playing it, like this would be a perfect like either Game Pass or like a PlayStation Plus free game of the month. Like that would be perfect for that in like another year or so.
Milestone has a couple of other games out right now. I cannot say any. I don't really know them off the top of my head. But even if
I
they
think they made
bundled
that
it
Monster
together,
Energy Supercross game.
is that them?
I know they've made some Monster Supercross games. I don't know
Okay.
if they made that specific one, but I know they've had that license in the past. I was looking at like their old games and stuff.
I wonder if they ever would just bundle those two together. For $40 you get both games,
Yeah.
and I think that would be a good deal.
Oh yeah.
That'd be really cool if they did something like that for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X. Justin Stevens going bananas in the comments right now. I got time for Spider-Man 2 starting Friday right away. I actually meant to talk a little bit about Spider-Man because that I didn't. My hype for Spider-Man hasn't. It kicked off last night because I was on YouTube and I was like, look, I kind of forgot what happened in the first game. I didn't play Miles Morales because I just never got around to it. But I rewatched a couple of videos and now I'm very excited for the
Mhm.
story and things like that. I bought Dead Space for $30 yesterday, and of course, I wake up today and it's coming to Game Pass. Oh, whoa! What is that true?
Yes, the Dead Space remake is on Game Pass October 26th for
Oh,
Halloween. I'm
that
so
is
excited for it.
exciting.
I've been wanting to play it.
Oh, yes, I get to. Where is it at? I get to dust this bad boy off because I haven't played anything on it. I haven't played any. I get to dust
Oh,
that bad boy off.
there's some good stuff coming to Game Pass here soon.
Uh,
There's
yeah,
that, and I think there were a couple of other games I saw today that were coming this month that were good.
yeah. Oh, dude, just thank you, Justin. You made my night with that. I was gonna hop on my Xbox recently because, of course, my Dodgers got swept by the Diamondbacks, and I was gonna try to just beat the shit out of the Diamondbacks, but then I realized I'm not that good at MLB, so I might get beat too. So I just really didn't even bother with it. Yeah, I mean that is really good news. I don't know why that didn't pop up on my Twitter feed today. That's really nuts. That's really nuts. But yeah, I mean, real quick, Brandon, let's talk about your hype for Spider-Man. You played the first one, right?
Yes, I was at GameStop midnight release for that game.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Have you played any of the like any recent like or Spider-Man games before that? Like in, Shattered Dimensions or like the one for
Oh,
PlayStation?
1 second.
Oh, okay.
OG.
Oh yeah,
Spider-Man 2.
yeah.
The OG.
Oh yeah, the one was based off the movie. I like it.
Yes. I think I have all of the movie ones except for the first Amazing Spider-Man. I don't have that one, but I played it when I was younger.
Yeah.
But all the other movie ones, I have their tie-in games.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Because I like that one, but I really like the second one that the web slinging is based
that
off
was
of.
that was the second one. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love it. It was so good. I love the web slinging in it, and I love that Insomniac kind of recreated in the newer ones. We were just talking about that, Justin.
Yes.
We've been dodging spoilers. The spoilers I got were very light. It's just funny interactions with each other and stuff like that. So thank God it's very light. But yeah, you got to watch it. You got to watch it.
Yeah, I was muting words on Twitter all day. I specifically didn't watch a couple of reviews because I was like, I know a couple of reviewers that usually like are more likely to spoil stuff or like show stuff that spoils stuff. But there were a couple I watched that didn't really spoil anything, so that was good.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I try to wait till after I play the game for a while before I watch any reviews or anything like that. Unpopular opinion, the Spider-Man 3 movie wasn't that bad. And it wasn't that good either. That's the thing about it. I had some funny dancing scenes, but yeah, it's probably as good as I got it. There's another game that comes out later it came out today. I'm not going to buy it because I need to use my money for Spider-Man, but I'm going to buy it later next week, is Sonic Superstars. I know you guys probably, if you watch me on the SGO 360, you watch me on the Soul Dojo, you've heard like that name come up a few times. So I'm really excited. A very like 2D, 3D-ish, like a 2D that's playing as a 3D kind of Sonic game. And of course, like it reminds me of Sonic Mania. Sonic Mania was a good game. Yeah, so what were some of your favorite things? I know you did your review, but for the people that didn't check out the review or watch it on YouTube, what was like some of the really cool features that you liked about Ride 5?
So first off, when I got into the game, I thought, oh, this is going to be like the more recent Need for Speed games, which were full of microtransactions. You were buying cars, you were buying currency to upgrade. No microtransactions in this game. Like there are credits that you get, and you get them whether you're playing in quick race or in career mode. You get them very quickly, and you can use them to buy bikes and buy upgrades for them. So it's very generous. So you're going to upgrade bikes very quickly in this game. So I liked that.
It's funny how in 2023 we're still just like, one of the perks of this game is there's no microtransactions.
Yes. I did like the customization and the fact that like you could create like your own like helmet or your own suit or your own livery for the bike and then upload it for other people to use or then download it from others. I always love that in games. And then the tracks were really cool. Like there was a Daytona track. I did not know that Daytona had a motorcycle racing track, or maybe they just made it themselves and whatever. But that was awesome. I liked a lot of the tracks. There were, all over the world. There's Europe, there's North America. There's a Japan circuit you can race in. Trying to think, there was something else I wanted to say that I really liked about this game. The career mode was a little basic, was the only thing that I kind of didn't really like. It was like race, upgrade your bike or buy a new bike and then go race again. But I felt like there was some variety to the races. Like you would have like a championship. So you have to do 3 regular races. And then you have this other event where it's like a time trial, an endurance race, and then a one-on-one. And so like at least a little bit of variety in there to kind of mix things up. Oh, Race Creator was the thing I wanted to talk about. So it wasn't like fully, it's not full yet. Like it's not like fully implemented yet. They're still working on getting the online component of it in. But basically what it is you can create a race with different rules, different numbers of people, different weather effects, and all this sort of thing, and then upload it for other people to take part in and race in with all these like weird settings and rules and all that. I think that's really cool. Once they get that working and up and going online, I think that would be really cool to check out.
That sounds really cool. I mean, that could be something like of a custom games kind of thing. You can kind of create your own like rules and things like that, kind of races and racing like custom custom kind of tracks and stuff like that. Oh,
Yeah.
that sounds really, really fun. But you said they don't have the online component right? So it's kind of like the feature is like kind of been like an early access kind of thing. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, basically. So basically, right now, all it is quick race because you can make your own race and then race it
Yeah.
yourself, which
Yeah.
you can already do in the regular game. So, like, the only purpose of Race Creator is to upload it for other people, and you can't do that yet. So they're
Yeah.
still working on getting that hooked up.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Hopefully that comes out pretty soon. That actually sounds really exciting.
Yeah.
Justin Stevens says, how are you feeling about UFC? I think for a break to segments, I think this is a really good question. I don't know. I think it looks good. I don't know why people think it doesn't look the best. I think the new engine that they have in it, the way they're going about with just details of like markings on the face and things like that, I think all that is really, really cool. But ultimately we have to kind of play it. I want to see how smooth it is. I want to see how it's different from UFC 4. I don't know if you've dabbled in any of the UFC games, Brandon.
Yeah, I've been playing the UFC games since like before the EA got the license, like back on the PS3, like the original UFC games.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I played a couple of the EA ones on UFC 4. I would like make like custom fighters and then like stream it on my Twitch and like call the fights and whatnot. So I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. And from what I've seen of UFC 5, like it originally looks kind of similar to UFC 4, but you can definitely tell like, okay, there's something different here.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I guess the way it looks, it's hard to, because UFC 4, I mean, wasn't that on? I don't think it was on PlayStation 5, was it? Or was it just on a PlayStation 4 and Xbox?
I don't remember if it was next gen or not. I don't think, I'm pretty sure it came out last gen.
Okay, yeah, that's what I think too. But I mean, UFC 4 isn't a bad looking game at all, and it's probably harder to keep making it look realistic, more realistic, especially until like EA drops the damn Frostbite engine and start using something else. So yeah, it's Kamikaze says PS4. Yeah, I mean PS4, let's be honest, there's still some beautiful games on there. I mean, the original God of War is still stunning on there. And I'm pretty sure other games on there are just amazing looking. Let's be real, people just want to like to complain. Yeah, they do. I mean, there's been like 3 complaints about the Spider-Man game about Mary Jane not looking good enough, things like that, crazy stuff. I guess from switching edges doesn't look that different, but it looks good. Yeah. No, I think it looks pretty good, and hopefully we get a review out on it soon, a video review for you guys to check out. And yeah, we're really excited about that.
I did see in the trailer, it looked like you might be able to fight in Pride again, which you used to be able to do on the PS3 ones, which if that's the case, I'm getting that game day one because I love that so much. Because in Pride, you could like kick people while they're down, or like soccer kick them in the head and they go flying back. Oh, yeah.
That's gonna be sick. No, that's definitely gonna be sick. Let's talk about Forza Motorsport. It came out on Game Pass, which I love it. I love that these games come out on Game Pass day one. It just makes me boot up my Xbox again and play it. I mean, it's great. It's great. I played it. You were in the conversation on our press release conversation, or our press conversation on Discord between Mike, who reviewed it, and I was like, Mike, you gave it a 6.5. This is a Forza game. Are you sure? You just being a little upset. Maybe you lost a few, races. And he was like, you know what? You can bump it to a 7, but I'm not going any higher. So read his review, played the game. I see where he's coming from. I think this game is absolutely beautiful. This game is beautiful. I remember I was racing on a track. It was daytime. I was racing on a track, and like trees, there was trees in the background, and it covered up the sun. But like, you know how like you're driving and trees are covering up the sun, but like you can still kind of
that glare, kind of.
Yeah, that glare. It was happening, and I was like, oh my god, this is so realistic. This is nuts. Like they got the lighting down perfectly. You're driving at night. It's absolutely stunning. The like when you're crashing into other cars and stuff, like the whatever, like the I guess you would call it the I don't know, I'm lost for words on it.
The damage?
The holy hell, the damage. The damage that happens to the car, it kind of, I feel like it's a bit predetermined when you just, it doesn't kind of calculate that, oh, you hit this side of the car and it was this kind of way, so it's going to be this kind of damage. No, it kind of just showed up. I don't know if I feel like it's predetermined, and I feel like that's what Mike was trying to say in the review, or he got it across better than me. And of course, he kind of nicked it for that. The career mode is kind of blah, but this isn't Forza Horizon. You know, Forza Horizon has the festival and the beautiful settings and all that stuff. You know, he kind of nicked it for the career mode, but I think it's a good racing game, honestly, especially if you're somebody that wants to go more simulation and you don't want to do the party atmosphere that is Forza Horizon. I don't know if you played it or not, Brandon.
I haven't played it. I did see a video on Twitter a couple of days ago. It was this streamer. I don't know who he is, but apparently he races one of the cars that's in Forza, and he was like comparing gameplay side by side with this new Forza, and I think the most recent Gran Turismo, and he was saying that the new Forza was more realistic.
Oh yeah, I'd say this is definitely the most realistic game. I mean, realistic racing game, definitely, probably realistic game that I've ever really played. I mean, it literally when you're first person and you just see the road, it looks very real, especially if you're playing like 4K. Of course, I like how games are giving you more. If you want that softness that like movies have, you can do like 30 frames per second, or you can do 4K 60 frames all performance, or if you just want that softness, you can do like more of like a cosmetic just look kind of mode. And I think it's definitely worth it because this game is just about tracks. It's not about what Forza Horizon is trying to bring you. It's just about racing, and it wants to make racing look really good because sometimes it can be a bit boring. But yeah, 7, I guess. I'll play a little bit more of it, and I'll probably have more to say about it. But I really do like what I've played of Forza Motorsport. That's what it is, Forza Motorsport. I didn't want to say Horizon. Let's jump over to I don't think you haven't played EAFC. Have you played any FIFA?
Very little, like
Very
here
little,
and there when I find it in like a bargain bin 3 years later, you know, that sort of thing.
Yeah, that's probably when you probably should buy it anyway. So you can at least get some type of bang for your buck. I gave it a 6. We'll go through some of the comments before I keep going. Forza Cold, I'm guessing you like it, yeah. Activision games to Game Pass. They talked about. We could talk. I put that on here to talk about? We could talk about that real quick before we jump into EAFC. I had it right after EAFC actually. We could jump right into that. Yeah, I heard that was coming in 2024. I bet you the first game that hops over there is Overwatch. I feel like that would be the perfect game for that. Is a Game Pass ass game.
Well, that's already a free game, so
yeah.
I mean,
it is. It is.
Yeah,
true.
Overwatch 2 is free.
Yeah. That Diablo and Xbox, they love each other. What are the games? Call of Duty. I think that'll be a big one for Game Pass, of course.
Old Call of Duties for sure, because they saw a huge resurgence on Xbox here recently.
Yeah. Definitely with the backwards compatibility stuff that Game Pass you could do with Xbox and Game Pass. Heck yeah, that would be really good. So yeah, that should be coming very, very soon. But yeah, that's what happened. The deal, it hasn't been completed just yet. It's the deal for Microsoft to acquire Blizzard. It's not fully done just yet, but it is kind of getting that green light now. Xbox has kind of presented that, hey, this is everything we have. You know, we're not hiding anything. There isn't anything. We're not trying to monopolize the industry. I think one of the biggest things that they did was just straight up tell PlayStation, hey, 10 years, you'll still be able to get Call of Duty and things like that. And there wasn't much, PlayStation could say in the court, because I mean, it's like, well, we offer it to you, even whether you reject it or not. We did offer that to you. How do you feel about this whole situation? Or most about it, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've been following this. So I mean, this is sort of how PlayStation and Xbox have been competing with each other, buying up these studios so you can get the exclusives. As someone that has both the Series S and the PS5, I'm okay with it because I'm going to be able to play whatever.
Exactly. Yeah.
I do think I'm more interested by the stuff that was like leaked and revealed during this whole process than like the actual acquisition.
Yeah. There was definitely a lot. It was like a GTA thing going on. Oh no, not GTA. It was Elder Scrolls 6 becoming a an Xbox exclusive, which I know people would say, why are you? But I was surprised at that. I really thought that Xbox would have just said, you know what, we'll reap the benefits, having PlayStation fans be able to play it. We'll be able to get a percentage of that. I was really surprised that that game is probably going to end up being an Xbox exclusive, but ultimately it is Xbox saying we need to get the benefit of having such a fat acquisition. And yeah, so I was a little surprised at that. Tony Hawk and Crash, probably. That is very true. I hope that the Tony Hawk Pro Skater remake series does come back. I've been very vocal about that on Sports Gamers Online, because they did absorb Vicarious Visions, and it kind of sucks that we might not get that game again. But hopefully they do revive that and Tony Hawk can get his money, because he's the GOAT.
It is so weird that Xbox now owns Crash Bandicoot and Spyro the Dragon, two of like PlayStation's original mascots.
Yeah, exactly. It makes you think you've been alive way too long, honestly. What do you think about the rumor of Disney being interested in buying EA? I did hear that rumor.
I feel like every 6 months there's a rumor about someone buying EA and Ubisoft.
Yeah, that is very true. I guess it's more about how does Disney feel about EA? And excuse my language, how does Disney feel about EA fucking up the Star Wars license? Like,
Yeah.
do they care? Did they care? Because the Star Wars Battlefront 2 thing was really bad. That was like so bad for EA, and I heard a few things that like Disney was in the ear at Electronic Arts at the time, like, hey, y'all got to do something different. And that's kind of why we now have Respawn's game, which is really, really good. And of course, Star Wars Squadrons is a really good game. That game isn't really harsh on the microtransactions or has any really, which is very weird for Electronic Arts. Yeah. So if that's true, Disney has the money, but what's the relationship between Disney and EA? That's what I would like to know. Dominic saying Spyro, man, it's great to have Spyro in there. Pittsburgh man, with my favorite profile pic. What do you like about Madden? Honestly, it just seems the same to me. So I'm glad to have Brandon on here to talk a little bit about Madden. I'll talk about EAFC after this, because I really want to hear this. Because Madden, what I've seen with the community over the last couple of years, Madden comes out, it's like a 9 and 8. Everybody loves it, for the first week, and then it's like, okay, I don't like it anymore. It's a crap game. It's the same every year. Like Pittsburgh man is saying. Yeah. What do you think about Madden this year? Because you even said it to me before the show. You were like, hey, this has been a great Madden game.
Yeah. So I've been enjoying it. When the Switch went from the last gen to the current gen, and the gameplay really slowed down, I hated it so much, and players just felt really stiff. So the gameplay just feels a lot faster to me this year. You can actually roll out and scramble with your quarterback again after like the last 2 years you basically couldn't. So that was a big thing for me. There has been an issue lately. So they made the big gameplay patch a couple of weeks ago, and now like people are dropping interceptions, the ball's getting knocked out, receivers are dropping stuff they shouldn't be dropping. So like there is issues with it, but to me it's still so enjoyable. I'm loving superstar mode, absolutely love it. I've got a quarterback, a receiver, a linebacker, and a corner, just swapping between them. Been playing franchise mode, loving that. I tried to give Mud a little go because I like Diamond Dynasty and MLB The Show. It just wasn't for me. But franchise and superstar are killing it for me right now.
That's what's up. Yeah, I played was the Superstar one. I think I played that during the beta, and I really, really liked it. Justin Stevens is saying, yeah, 8 out of 10. That's better than what we gave it. We gave it a 7, and I was looking at it and I was like, yeah, I completely forgot we gave it a little, and a 7 isn't bad, but it's just you did just enough to be okay, or good. Yeah, that's great to hear because I've seen a lot of people saying already like this is just not a good Madden game. It seems like that trend is just continuing nonstop every year. That Madden, after a while, everybody gets tired of it.
Mhm.
Um, Franchise mode.
Yes.
There was talk that that's the mode that's one of the modes that really needs to kind of step up. If it doesn't step up, there's going to be some changes at the top at EA for it. Um, do you think this changes Electronic or EA Sports' mind about kind of changing, I guess you would say management?
I don't know because we had a story a couple of weeks ago that even though the game had sold very well, in
Mhm,
fact even broken records for its sales, they were still very much considering making changes. We haven't had like the giant technical issue like we had last year where people are losing their saves and all of these leagues that everyone's
mhm,
poured so much time and energy into just completely deleted. Um, and like all of the complaints I'm hearing, they aren't really with franchise mode, they aren't with superstar mode. They're more like gameplay grievances, and
mhm,
mainly only after this last gameplay patch. Like people are saying like, no, go back to what we had when this game came out. Like when the game came out, I was seeing all of the Madden like players that I follow on Twitter saying like this could be like an all-time great Madden gameplay wise. So I don't know if they would make any major changes. If I were them, I would just expand the team so you could just do more.
mhm. Yeah, yeah. That's what's up. That's what's up. I like hearing things like that. Um, My biggest issue with any EA game this year is the ridiculous pressure system in NHL 24. Was it you that I was talking to about the pressure system and everything coming to NHL 24? Um, I forgot how the pressure system works, but I think it does make sense in the sense that in real hockey, when you're just getting the puck slapped around everywhere, there is that pressure on defense to keep switching off on players and keep moving around and staying, mobile and trying to, protect
Mhm.
the goal. But I kind of forgot. I don't know. Did you watch that video for NHL?
No,
You
I
remember the
I haven't
premise?
watched a lot of NHL. I know that the reaction I have seen from people who have played it has not been very positive.
Okay.
Is all I
Okay.
know.
Okay, good.
But I have
Uh
not played it yet myself.
okay. Yeah. I guess I would have to just get the 10-day and just try that out, or the 10-hour and just try that
Yeah.
out because I can kind of see why people don't like that because that can get very it all has to be balanced in gameplay, right?
Mhm.
That's just the big even with EAFC, um defense is just always an issue for some reason in
Mhm.
these kind of not probably not so in Madden, but when it comes to like NHL and EAFC, these games just you need to have good defense and you need to have tight
Mhm.
controls on defense, and sometimes they just don't really bring that across. The idea is good, but it's so easily done. Oh, I got you. I got you. That makes sense. That makes sense. I'll talk a little bit about EAFC and then we'll go into some of your viewer questions. Um, so I've been playing EAFC, of course. I gave it a 6 out of 10. I just felt like it wasn't. I feel like it didn't really usher in that new era that we needed.
Mhm.
I feel like that pro clubs got a lot of things that were added to it that were great, but a lot of other modes definitely suffered. Even foot FIFA Ultimate Team, whatever EAFC Ultimate Team, even that was really mediocre. And I don't know what EA is doing now. I don't know what EA Sports is. I don't know what they're trying to influence here. I don't know what the future of the franchise is. I don't know the direction. I don't know like are we leaning heavier towards the career modes? Are we leaning heavier towards online play? I don't even know at this point. They're just adding in useless crap just to see what bites.
Yeah.
Um, and then what I really don't like, and maybe Madden has this too, is they'll add a new feature, but it's not fully fleshed out or it's not fully thought out. So like
Mhm.
it's just a new feature kind of for no reason. Um, for instance, there's this personality feature. but you don't really your player doesn't really have a personality though. Like you can pick these events to do, and it kind of affects your personality traits and and it gives you personality points, but it doesn't affect your career at all. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't do that. This year they added some things to make it matter now. But they've also added in like the new like what do they call it? I played a little bit of manager mode. I jumped into it and I was like, I can't do manager mode this year. They added in like a new like play styles for your manager where like they can pick like new tiki-taka formations and things like that. And it's like, your team still plays the same though, as it always has. So that was my biggest gripe about that. But your time with enough about me. Let's talk about a little bit of your time with what FIFA have you played at all?
So I know I've played FIFA 14. Ooh, actually,
this is. Do you have the cover of FIFA 14?
What'd you say?
You have the cover of FIFA 14?
No, this was a find I found at my local game exchange the other day. 2002 FIFA World Cup on Xbox.
Wow.
I love like old sports games and
that's
like
cool.
Just collecting old games in general. So found that for $4 the other day at Game Exchange.
That is sweet. And yeah, that's what EA was doing. They were making like separate games for the FIFA World Cup.
Yeah. So I've played the 08 World Cup. It was on PS3. I remember I got that because that was like the first time I was old enough to like know what was going on with a World Cup.
Yeah.
And that was a fun game. I enjoyed that. But I haven't gotten to dive into this one yet. So we'll see how OG Xbox World Cup is. The Korea-Japan World Cup.
I'm trying to figure out 2022. Well, you said 2002, right?
Yeah, 2002.
I'm trying to figure out who won that World Cup. I think it was Italy, but I can't remember. That's a good find, though. I love when people buy old games for like video game preservation's sake. I have a few old ones myself, but I moved them to the new place that I'm moving to. But that's really dope find. That is awesome. Did y'all play NBA 2K24? Is it worth getting this year? Heard the shooting is bad. I heard a few things about the shooting too. I haven't played 24 just yet. I know if Mike was here, he'd give you the whole lowdown. He'd probably tell you, no, everybody sucks and the game is great. He'd probably say something like that.
Yeah.
But I'll get it when it goes like on sale, or we can get it free through like a PlayStation subscription or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
It either yet.
Shooting is only bad. You can't time it, Dominic. It's oh my goodness. I heard it kind of it tries to like mess with you. Like you'll shoot really well one game, and then to even everything out, you're gonna shoot like crap, even if you're green barring the whole time. But you're gonna have to definitely on Sports Gamers Online YouTube. We have a whole bunch of things on NBA 2K. We just released a shooting tutorial thing, I think, or no, how to get to the basket.
Yeah.
I did my fantasy draft today also, and
who'd you get?
I will tell you right now. I will tell you. I accidentally panicked because I didn't realize it was my turn, and I panic picked Desmond Bain.
Ooh!
I was like, oh, damn! I was gonna go for somebody else. So in chat, you can tell me if I messed up here. So I'll tell you my starting five. So it's Trae Young, Desmond Bain, Jimmy Butler, Kristaps Porzingis.
Hey, I'm a Celtics fan. Don't talk bad about Kristaps. We need him this year.
I thought he looked pretty good in some of the preseason games.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was like, okay, great. And I'm a Celtics hater. That's funny. And then of course at center I got Nikola Jokic. So and now I was the first pick. So I was like, getting Joker definitely. Yeah. So it's not the worst, but I panic bought Desmond Bain there. I was like, damn. And then of course, like as backup guards, I got Austin Reeves.
Austin Reeves, Arkansas guy, grew up just down the road from me.
Just down the road from you, huh?
Yeah, I know guys that played against him in high school.
Sweet, that's awesome. Yeah, they always talk about him being from Arkansas and just his come up in the NBA. I love Austin Reeves. I'm so glad he read up his contract. I love him. He's so good. Has anybody heard anything about the new Skate Fight Night game EA is making? I'm going to be 100 by the time you Undisputed comes out. Okay, so we'll break that down. The new skate game. I am worried about that game,
There
Brandon.
was a story that came out about them
Yeah.
a couple months ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That it was going through some stuff.
Yeah, it's I think it's still in like it's not the beta stage, alpha stage. A
Mhm.
lot of people have played it. There's a worry about swag bags, their microtransaction stuff.
Ooh.
There's a worry that it's a online only game. There's a worry that it's just going to be like Fortnite skateboard and stuff. I'm not too sure about this skate game. It's not necessarily the newer skate game that we were hoping for, or the sequel to Skate 3 or whatever.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, that sucks. Fight Night, on the other hand, we've only had rumors. There is people inside of Electronic Arts that want a new Fight Night game, but of course, you got to think about how many employees these companies have. Now, of course, it's EA; they can do whatever. Or it's EA Sports that can kind of make anything happen. But you have this company; they're making UFC games. They're making Madden games. I don't know if they can get enough to make a Fight Night game on top of that and try to get all the license that they need for separate fighters, because those are separate licenses they have to get. Um, but yeah, I've heard that there is a possible rumor that it could be a return, but we've done that on Sports Gamers Online before.
Mhm.
Anything on Fight Night from you, Brandon?
I have not heard anything at all on Fight Night.
Have you played any Fight Night games? You're a UFC guy, so I would think so.
Yeah, I have. I think it was the last one where it has like the story mode where like you start off in jail basically.
Is it Champion?
I think so. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
on
yeah,
PS3. It's the
yeah.
one that's on Game Pass.
Okay, got you. I think it is. I think it is Champion. Yeah, yeah. I really like Fight Night Round 4. Thought that. I remember when that game came out. I thought it was the most beautiful sports game I've ever seen in my life. It was
Mhm.
stunning, stunning, stunning game. And then the last part of that, Undisputed. Look, if Mike was here, he'd probably tell me that, Kurt, it's never going to come out. I don't care that it's in early access. I don't care that it's going to be perfect, or try to at least be perfect by the time it comes to consoles. But you guys got to realize this game is going to it has to go through its early access period where the developers are going to keep adding things in. They're going to take feedback. They got the career mode stuff coming out soon. So just give it time.
Yeah.
It might be PS 18, but just give it time.
Yeah, give it some time. Legend Bowl, a game that I reviewed a couple months ago on console,
Oh, yeah.
just came out on console this year. Originally launched in early access back in like 2020, so it can take some time to port a game over to console.
Yeah, and I know this might not matter, but of course, one of the biggest games that are championing that model is Baldur's Gate. I mean, Baldur's Gate 3 is just, it might finally, that might be the game that takes Game of the Year away from this game. Okay? that might be the game. That might be the game, because when we talked to our managing editor on SGO 360, he was saying that would be the game. If it won Game of the Year, that would be the one for the fans, because that game is so pro fans, pro consumer, and it's I think it looks great. I haven't played it because I'm gonna get too caught up in that. I wouldn't even do the press pass. I get too caught up in that. So I don't know if you played Baldur's Gate yet, Brandon.
I have not, but I do know that thing. Yeah, it was in early access for years and years and years, and very happy to see all the success. I love D&D, so I want to play it. I will probably eventually get into it either on PS5 or once I get an actual gaming computer.
Yeah, totally. Might start playing my Xbox Series X more. They're bringing heat. Yeah, I think it's funny how, we'll have Spider-Man now, but like a couple of months down the line, we'll have like this great Xbox exclusive that comes out. Xbox has done okay this year. I think, you have, Hi-Fi Rush. You have Starfield that came out for it. It's done well to kind of start bringing out those exclusives. Xbox bought a lot. They bought a lot of developers, and we're still waiting for like Hellblade. We're still waiting for like Everwild. We're still waiting for, Fable, the new Fable game. So hopefully Xbox is just the place to play down the line.
Yeah. Warhammer 40K Darktide just came out on Game Pass as well. So that's another.
Are you a Warhammer guy?
No, but I've been seeing it, and I'm like, ooh, I that is something I know I will like, but I do not have the time for it.
Yeah, that Baldur's Gate for me. Yeah, that's exactly right. I know too many games like that. I mean, EA brought back PGA and college football over the last couple of years. I see what you're saying here. Somehow they keep adding sports. Yeah, I completely see what you're saying there. I mean, PGA Tour, well, college football was always going to kind of come back.
Yeah,
They're just kind of
when
over the humps. Yeah,
they got the legal stuff worked out.
Right. PGA Tour. The funny thing, PGA Tour, to me, PGA Tour and NBA Live are kind of the same in the sense of like they're coming in and out. They're coming in and out. Like they had their great period when they were really, really good games, and then they kind of disappeared, and then they came back out. I think NBA Live, and I said this last podcast, needs to come back because not even because I didn't play much of it, but apparently people are so tired of 2K that they need to play something else, and they are just playing NBA Live 19 just to be like, let's just bring this game back. Let's get behind it. So I think if EA does it again, I think it'll have a big following.
I agree.
Yes, sir.
Well, yeah.
Hey, I mean, if the rumors are true, we might start getting the GTA 6 train rolling. Hey, this is not that kind of show. I'm just going to say maybe late October, maybe early November, we could get a little trailer. What do you think, Brandon? Do you think GTA 6 will come out before Undisputed comes to consoles?
Yeah, because, well, we saw, I forget where it was leaked, but we saw like some of Take-Two's financial records or whatever.
Okay.
And they were projecting like a couple extra $1 billion of revenue during not next summer, but the summer after. And so people were speculating that might be when they're projecting GTA 6 to be done.
I remember that. I remember it was like I heard some astronomical number, like it was like 6 billion or something.
Yeah, it was like
crazy.
Okay, regular makes sense, and then just boom, like extra billions. Which makes sense. GTA 6 is going to make billions when it comes out.
Absolutely.
Like, that's all we will talk about for months.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's nuts just to think about how well GTA 5 is done.
Yeah.
Because when you put it in perspective, it's like some kids that are alive now, I mean, they only know GTA 5.
Yeah.
In the GTA series. They've never played, GTA 4 or, GTA 3. GTA 5 is so old now that like now GTA 4 is being looked at as one of the better games in the series because I feel like that game was a lot more mature than its audience at the time, if that makes any sense.
Yes.
You look at the driving, it was more realistic. You look at the overall aura of the game is more gloomy. It was more about deception and the game wasn't as fast, the kind of story that it was telling. It was kind of a different feel than what Rockstar was going for, and I kind of like it now a lot because my taste in video games has changed. So that's what I don't know why I just went on a tangent a little bit about GTA 4, but yeah, that's what I think about GTA 4. The way they abandoned RDR2 makes me question Rockstar as a company. How do you abandon the top 10? Oh,
yeah.
I get why I get that. Red Dead Redemption 2 online got abandoned quick, didn't it? I get that. It might be because I don't know. It could be because it's maybe it didn't capture people the way it got GTA Online. Maybe I don't.
From what I remember, it was kind of like buggy when the game first came out. Like the multiplayer was there were some issues with it, and then they just weren't ever really able to get people back.
Yeah.
And so it felt like they just kind of focused on GTA 5 multiplayer since that was really kind of when it was just still riding high at that point.
Yeah. And of course, you can't do all the crazy stuff that you could do in GTA 6 because Red Dead is a lot more of a realistic game. Like you can't attach a rocket launcher to your horse and fly off somewhere. Like it's just not, you can't attach rockets to your horse and fly off somewhere. Like you can't do all that. They can't have like these exaggerated like horse races and stuff like that. Like you can't have, they're not going to do player homes, things like that. so maybe like the ideas weren't there for Rockstar, maybe, and they just kind of said, okay, we'll have the online mode there. We're not going to touch it. But yeah, I think that it was messing up in the beginning too.
Yeah.
A lot. October 24th, March 25th is the rumor release date for GTA 6. Hey, look, your good as his guesses are as good as your guess is as good as ours. Definitely. You're right, but I don't know. Is it coming? I don't know what's gonna happen. Like,
well, I mean, the way Rockstar's been doing their remakes and remasters lately, I don't know if I want that.
Very true. Very true. The remake or the remaster for Red Dead Redemption on Switch, I like it. It's good. It's nice, but it could have been better. They could have done more, but they didn't. It was okay.
Yeah.
It was more of like a port over. Never Getting Bullied 2 or a Midnight Club. God, I forgot about
Midnight Club, man. PSP classic.
Oh man. Yeah, Justin's killing it today with the comments. Yeah, Bully 2, I don't know. I don't know if they're really invested into the franchise like that because they would have had one by now. They just know where the money's at. They know where the money at. It's in GTA and it's in Red Dead. But maybe they might come out with something like that. If I had a Pegasus flying horse, it would have. Oh no. I'm not gonna lie to you. If they would have put a Pegasus flying horse, it wouldn't. Nah, I wouldn't be coming back.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be coming back for that. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Yeah, we'll go through. Man, we got like 8 more minutes. We'll go through some of you guys' questions. So, have you played much of Red Dead though, Brandon?
Oh yeah,
Red Dead Redemption 2.
I've played both of them a ton.
Yeah. Have you played it on the newer consoles yet?
I have, yeah.
Yeah, I think that game is just
it's amazing.
Stunning,
I wish they would add a 60 FPS mode to Red Dead 2. I know they did for the remaster of Red Dead 1. They didn't announce anything. They just dropped a 60 FPS mode. But I wish they would do that for Red Dead 2.
That would be pretty sick. That is probably my only gripe with that game is like when you're in places like Valentine, the frame rate is just goes bananas. It does whatever it wants to do, and it is just really bad at times. On the Switch, the frame rate's decent at least. I mean, it's 30 frames. The Switch can handle that, but it definitely does pretty well. Yeah, man. Just make sure if you guys want to get in your questions, I'm gonna look on here because I know it's kind of slow on this one. Eric Herrera said, "How are y'all doing?" And he got the Texas Rangers tee on there. Look, they are doing fantastically well. The Rangers.
Yes.
Oh my God, it is. They're doing so well, and I hate the Astros, so like it's
me
great
too.
to see them.
But as a Yankees fan, when the Rangers put in Chapman against the Astros in the playoffs, I was like, they are about to hit a home run. And Jordan hit a home run. Do not pitch Chapman against the Astros in the playoffs. Bad things happen.
Bad things. He said bad things happen.
Yes.
Getting Alan Wake 2.
I want to.
Okay.
I haven't played the first one. I think it's on PS Now, which I have, so I may go back and play it. But Alan Wake 2 does look really good.
I had this conversation a little bit with our managing editor Kev, and I like Alan Wake. I didn't like Control, but I feel like Alan Wake 2 is going to be just like Control, so I'm going to just wait. Okay. I'm going to wait and see what goes on and see what it's like. It's not because I think they're bad games. I just think they're head scratchers in the terms of like just the story and like I said on SGO 360, the woman walks into the Better Business Bureau and then she's in a new dimension. It just doesn't make any sense to me. And she didn't walk into the Better Business Bureau. It was some government building she walked into. Yeah. Why didn't they put online on the PlayStation? Oh, for Red Dead Redemption PS4 and because oh, I don't know. That was a missing feature. Why didn't they put the online for the PlayStation version of Red Dead Redemption or the Switch? I know it would have been sick. It would have been sick to have be able to play the Undead Nightmare multiplayer on Switch and things like that. Rockstar just notorious for doing things like this, unfortunately.
Yeah, just kind of weird omission there.
For real. I'm just glad the Rangers are doing well, and it seems like it's been a while since and hopefully, I mean, they go if they go to the World Series, hopefully 3 times a charm. I mean, it would suck to be more heartbreak for them. I forgot about that game, Pittsburgh, man. The Avatar Pandora game coming. The only thing I'm worried about is a Ubisoft game. I just don't want it to be Far Cry, but your Avatar people.
I love Far Cry, but I'm not a huge Avatar guy.
Oh.
So we're like opposites here.
Yeah, it's like literally opposites. Top 3 Spider-Man villains. Have I thought about this before? Okay, let me sit back. Okay. Number 3, the Lizard. I love
Sandman.
Sandman. Hey, there you go. Sandman. What would be your number 2 then?
Green Goblin.
Mine the same. Are we about to pick the same number 1?
Venom.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Venom.
Perfect. Oh damn, my thing came out there. I mean, Venom has to be number 1, right? Like
it's so cool. He's so like I was watching Skillup's review of Spider-Man 2, and he said Venom in this game is so intimidating that I'm not going to show it because I want you to experience how fearful he makes you.
Oh, I love that.
Yes.
I love that.
That's how he should be. He should be huge and scary and awesome.
Yeah. I love the way. Yeah, that gets me more excited. That is so awesome because villains in games like this just make it like you're a Far Cry guy. Voss made Far Cry 3. Oh my God, he was so good. The guy's performance in that game was fantastic. And it was great. But hey, man, I don't know why he picked Sandman. I thought that was funny, but
I like
that was great.
Of course, I don't know much about like the comics. I just know like the movie and stuff. Like him like trying to do right by his daughter. I like that. It's sort of a sympathetic villain in a way.
I get that. Yeah, I can get that. I was gonna pick Black Cat, but I just was just like I just think she looks good. It's about it. Yeah. I'm over the place with these questions. Yeah, you are, man. Yeah, but
I love it though.
I love the questions. The reason Control wasn't good is because they didn't go full horror. Yeah, full horror. Yeah, I can see that. I think I went into it wrong. I think I really wanted like a Magneto type game, and it kind of gave me that vibe, and it was just too much on the story. So Marvel Spider-Man 3 on PlayStation has had the Green Goblin. I can't remember playing Marvel Spider-Man 3. I can't remember it unless you're talking about 2. I don't know.
I think he's talking about the next Spider-Man
game.
The
next one. Okay. Got you. We got to see how this one ends. Because we don't know who Venom is. Thank God I don't know who. If anybody comes in here with the damn spoiler, God. Yeah, do not come in here with the spoiler. I will.
But they dropped plenty of like Easter eggs for the Green Goblin in the first one and in Miles Morales.
Yeah, it's very true because I mean it could be Harry, it could be somebody else. We just don't know. We don't know. Hey man, I almost did with Black Cat. I almost did. Almost did. Best Resident Evil. We'll do this one last. I am so scared to play Resident Evil games, so I can only choose one that I've played, and it's probably Resident Evil 0, but they look like cool games every time they come out.
I have never played a Resident Evil game, but the Resident Evil 4 remake does look really good, so that might be what gets me into one finally.
Yeah. The remakes are great. The remakes look fantastic. And before I even jump over to that comment I just saw, we're so ready for Spider-Man 2. Obviously, we're talking about it on a sports gaming channel, of course. And to lead it off, spoiler alert: AEW sucks. He's back. He's back. Look, he loves AEW, loves the game. What did we give it, a 7.5 or 7.3 or something like that? Look, it's an okay game. I don't know about did you see some of the updates they have with that, Brandon? Like
no, I haven't. What did they do?
They have like you can fight each other on football fields and stuff now. You'd be at Dallas Cowboy Stadium hitting somebody with a barbed wire or something like that, barbed wire bat or something like that. Of course, it's not Dallas Cowboy Stadium. I mean, come on, Jerry Jones wouldn't allow that. But it's nuts what they're doing with that game. But of course, that game can have crazy things like that. But yeah, make sure you guys hold on. Last question here from Cyber. No, I don't.
Oh.
All right, we're gonna end it on that. No, I don't.
Hey.
My name is Curtis with Sports Gamers Online. Of course, you can follow me on X at Cali from the Dojo. This is Brandon. Go ahead and plug yourself in, Brandon.
All right, you can follow me on X at bsatterwhite18 and also follow SGO on Twitch because I've been streaming some games over there. Been playing a Jacksonville Jaguars franchise with a random event generator I built, so come check that out. Also been playing some MLB The Show, so yeah, follow SGO on Twitch and come hang out while we play games.
Of course. Yeah, it sounds super fun. And also make sure you guys subscribe to Sports Gamers Online. We're doing a lot of great stuff. We're uploading so many reviews at the moment. I think we're gonna, by the time we're done, we should have up to 16 reviews for the year for you guys. And I am planning on doing a marathon that will be broken up with all our reviews, and it's gonna be super awesome. So make sure you guys subscribe to Sports Gamers Online and check out sportsgamersonline.com, and we'll check you guys later. All right, peace.